Today is Thursday, Parashat Terumah. Yesterday evening in our class of Mesilat Yesharim, the path of the just by Rabbi Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, we continued learning from the third and fourth chapter on the aspect of Zehirut, of being careful, of evaluating our actions, that we think about what is the proper thing to do, what is not the proper thing to do. And in considering these aspects of Zehirut, the Ramchal speaks about sometimes a person could be like compared to walking in the darkness of night, where he's not aware of the pitfalls and he might fall into a pit because he's not able to see it. Or it could be also another situation where because of darkness he perceives things in a wrong way, where he would think that a pole maybe is actually a person, or vice versa, because he's not able to see clearly. And also sometimes in life, a person, if he's not paying attention, if he's not contemplating and considering what is the right thing to do, what is not the right thing to do, if he's not careful, then he could be like a person walking in the darkness, where he could either fall into a pitfall or he could have the wrong perception. And sometimes in life, people would have the wrong perception, considering what is wrong to be right, considering what is right to be wrong, and making the wrong decisions because of that. And he speaks here about the solution to that. The way to make sure that you make the right decisions is to learn Torah. To learn Torah so you have the guidance to be able to know what is the proper thing to do and what is the improper thing to do. And unfortunately, sometimes people have the wrong conceptions. They think what is right is wrong, and what is wrong is right. And then he says also here, he compares it to a person being in a maze, like they have these, he describes here like a maze that sometimes they have like a labyrinth, a maze type of different paths, and you're supposed to get to the center of a garden where there is maybe a gazebo that is on a high place. But when you walking in the maze, many paths look like they're the right paths, when actually they're the wrong paths. And the wrong paths, what would seem to be wrong is maybe the right path. But the person who's in the center, maybe on a high level, is able to see the whole maze and can direct you in terms of what is the right place and what is the right path to take. So in a way, also a person who's a learned person, who's a person who has seen and learned and been educated in terms of what is the proper way to act according to Torah, can sometimes he's the person to refer to be able in that maze to figure out what is the proper path and what is the wrong path. So the idea here is also to invest effort, Ramchal says, in terms of dedicating time in the day to consider and evaluate and contemplate our actions and decide to make the right decisions. But then again, you're able to do that only when you base yourself on Torah, and that's why it is so important to learn Torah, either to be involved yourself in learning the halachot, or to refer also to someone, just like the example of the maze and the person who's able to see, who's not necessarily involved right in the path himself, but from a higher place he can see what is the proper direction, the proper path that you should take. So these are just some of the ideas that we discussed yesterday in our shiur, in our class on Wednesday night of Mesilat Yesharim. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.